Hollywood? What the hell's in Hollywood?
Hollywood these days is running like a sequel factory where originality is treated like an endangered species and studios only care about milking a franchise until it completely collapses. And honestly, it's painful to watch because every movie feels like the same reheated leftovers with bigger explosions and less creativity. I mean, let's just take Fast and Furious for example. Remember when the franchise was about underground street racing, neon cars, and that whole ride or die energy? Now it's literally Vin Diesel dragging helicopters with his car and launching rockets into space in the name of family. Bro, relax. Nobody's asking you to save the galaxy. You were supposed to just win drag races in LA. The first 5 films still had a certain charm, but after Fast 7, it's been like the laws of physics took an early retirement. And the wild part is they keep teasing us with just one more, but we all know there's gonna be Fast 11, Fast 12, maybe even Fast 20 where Dom drives a car into another dimension. Honestly, the only thing racing here is Universal's desperation to squeeze the last drop of cash from this engine. And don't even get me started on Transformers. Back in 2007 when the first film came out, hearing Optimus Prime say Autobots roll out gave us chills. But then Michael Bay decided explosions are a replacement for storytelling. And by the time we got to the last night, the movies were just 2.5 hours of metallic chaos, where even the robots looked bored. Like, Optimus giving his emotional speeches while cars explode in the background doesn't mean the film suddenly has depth. And then they gave us Rise of the Beast thinking, hey, let's bring in animal Transformers. That'll fix it. No bro, it didn't. It just turned into a zoo of CGI. The franchise is so tired now that even the toys probably want early retirement. Now let's talk about Pirates of the Caribbean. Jack Sparrow was an absolute legend in the first 3 films. Johnny Depp's performance literally carried the franchise and turned it into cultural history. But after At World's End, bro, the ship sank. On Stranger Tides was forgettable. Dead Men Tell No Tales was basically Disney forcing Jack Sparrow on us without even trying to write a proper story. And now rumors of reboots and spin-offs keep popping up because apparently Disney's motto is, if it once made money, milk it till it dies. I'm sorry, but Jack Sparrow deserves a proper farewell, not to be dragged into endless half-baked adventures like a drunken uncle who refuses to leave the party. Speaking of overstaying their welcome, Jurassic Park was once peak cinema. Spielberg made dinosaurs feel terrifying and majestic, a miracle of CGI and animatronics. But now, Jurassic World Dominion basically turned into dinosaurs in your backyard content. Like, oh cool, a T-Rex running through Times Square. We've seen it. It's not special anymore. The dinosaurs aren't even the stars of the movie anymore. They're just background noise for Chris Pratt doing his hand thing at velociraptors like he's training pigeons. It's gone from groundbreaking sci-fi to B-movie spectacle. The franchise needs to go extinct again. Now here's one that hurts. The Expendables. The first movie was fun, a love letter to all the action stars of the 80s and 90s. Seeing Stallone, Arnold, Statham, Jet Li all together gives us goosebumps. But now it is like watching a high school reunion where nobody wanted to be there. The jokes fell flat, the action felt cheap, and the cast was bloated for no reason. They called it the Expendables, but honestly at this point the only thing expendable is the audience's patience. And then we come to Terminator. Terminator 2 is a masterpiece, easily one of the greatest sci-fi action films ever. James Cameron literally changed cinema. But since then, Rise of the Machines, Genesis, Dark Fate, flop after flop. Every time they say, this will be the true sequel to T2, and every time they deliver another coffin nail in the franchise. Even when James Cameron himself came back for Dark Fate, it still couldn't bring back the magic. At this point, Skynet didn't just end humanity, it ended the Terminator franchise. And then comes the one that breaks my heart, The Matrix. The original Matrix was revolutionary. Bullet time, red pill versus blue pill, philosophy meets sci-fi, pure perfection. But Resurrections turned that legacy into a parody of itself. Neo looked tired, Morpheus was different, and the story was basically a meta joke about making sequels. Instead of blowing our minds, it felt like watching someone explain a meme for 2.5 hours. The Matrix didn't wake us up, it put us to sleep. And finally, the big one, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Listen, I know this is a hot take, but MCU fatigue is 100% real. The Infinity Saga was epic, it had focus, build up, and payoff. But after Endgame, everything feels like filler episodes. Eternals bored people to death, Quantumania flopped, The Marvel struggled, and the Disney Plus shows are dropping so fast nobody can even keep up. Marvel is giving us quantity over quality, 5 average projects a year instead of 2 amazing ones. And fans are losing interest because it feels like homework now. Superhero fatigue is real, and unless Marvel slows down and focuses on actual storytelling, it's going to crash hard. That's all for today's video. It takes a lot of effort to bring you these ideas, so if you enjoyed it, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one.